So in terms of how I got involved in the industry, it was this particular product. So I was enjoying Mackie's Raspberry Ripple. I don't know if anyone remembers, that came out quite a number of years ago. I'd bought it from a local Morrison's. I was a student at the time. I was eating it in my flat in King Street, and up popped an advert for a university placement at Mackie's. So I applied, and thankfully I was successful. From there, I went back to university, finished my degree. So that was with Robert Gordon University, who give you the option of having a year out in business, which was fantastic. I finished that off, and then Mackie said, would you like to come back and work for us? So I went back to Mackie's and I worked as a sales administrator. So that was when I first realised that I do quite like sales. However, I found out that I definitely don't like administration. So from there, I just started to progress with Mackie's, and they started offering me some opportunities to look after some smaller sales accounts. And what that involved was speaking to customers, organising what products they took, what price they paid, and what promotions you would see in the likes of your supermarkets. I started looking after some slightly bigger sales accounts, and then we sort of progressed on from there. So now I manage a team of people, and I manage sales of £50 million. So it's certainly been a great journey for me. So we make ice cream, we make crisps, we make ice cubes. We're Scotland's biggest ice cube supplier. And we're also make chocolate bars. So we turned the tractor shed into a chocolate factory. So we've got an array of products, but we've also got an array of jobs. So we employ around about 100 people. We're based on a farm. So farming plays a key part in what we do. We've got our cows, and they give us the milk that we need, and the milk goes to help us make our ice cream. So we've got people that look after the cows. We've also got people that look after the fields, sow the seeds, and we grow the grass, and we feed the grass to the cows. And that is not a very technical way of describing farming. However, it's certainly well worth thinking. If you're somebody who likes to be outdoors a lot, somebody who likes interacting with animals, then farming is certainly worth thinking about. And there's not enough young people going into farming, so it is certainly a career path that has great opportunities. We run the place with renewable energy. So we've got 4 full-size wind turbines. We've got 7,000 solar panels, and we've got 4 biomass boilers. This brings with it jobs. So all these pieces of machinery, whether that be wind turbines or solar panels, they all bring employment opportunities. We need engineers to fix these things. We need people to work with the data that they provide them. So it's a whole career opportunity within itself. So we spend a lot of money. For example, we spent millions of pounds on machines that make our packaging. So rather than ship packaging in from around Europe, we actually make our own tubs on site. So we take little bits of plastic and we mould them in to the shape of the tub, and we put a label on. So what we need there is we need specialist engineers to work these machines, because it's worked by robotics, and we also need specialist operators. So again, that's a whole different part of the industry that people might want to get involved in. Sometimes you think of engineering as you have to get your hands dirty. It's not about that nowadays. So if you're into computing, for example, then that is the way ahead for a lot of the engineering work that we're now needing done. At Mackie's, we've got a food technologist, and the job is to use the science of food and drink to work out how you, for example, get a product that would scoop, so a soft product, but a product that will last a long time, for example, 18 months in your freezer. There's a lot of science behind this. It's far too complicated for me, but that's why we need the individuals within our organisations that understand all those things to do with molecules and such like. So it's certainly an area worth thinking about, and that leads on also to new product development. Probably the most exciting area of our company would be new product development, and that's basically trying to come up with the next new flavour or the next new product. So we've always got a long list of volunteers for tasting our products, but there's sometimes a bit more to it. So, for example, we have got a new rhubarb and strawberry flavour. You'll hopefully find a balance of rhubarb and strawberry, and that takes a lot of testing from our new product development department. And even something such as vanilla. There is about 50 different vanillas out there that you can choose from. So that is a very, very exciting job, and that could be one, if you're sitting at school and you quite like home economics, then maybe new product development would be for you. Really exciting. You get to see the product go from the very first idea all the way through to your supermarket shelves, but also it's one that can bring with it great financial rewards. So food technology, new product development, farming, and then the likes of engineering. We've also got jobs in the industry for people who are into their art and design. So I think sometimes people would think of that when it comes to food and drink. How does art play a role in it? Well, if you can imagine that I tried to sell a tub in your local Tesco in Inverurie here, just a plain white tub, I'm not sure anyone would pick that up. What we've got to do is bring the product to life through the people that we've got within our company who've got an artistic flair, and they'll come up with something that really jumps out off the shelves. And then there's the people like me. So apparently it's people who like to talk a lot, because you need to get in amongst it with the customers, you need to bring the products to life for them. And whether that be a big customer such as Tesco, or whether that be a local customer or a direct with a consumer, you have to have that ability to chat with them. It's a really exciting job, it's a really rewarding job, and I must admit, if I was choosing to first go into sales, I would think of the food and drink industry as being a really, really exciting one. If you think of selling the likes of ice cream and chocolate, as opposed to, no offence to anyone that sells pipes or drills or any of these bits, but I think food and drink is really, really exciting, and it's certainly one that I've enjoyed. And I've enjoyed every single day of my work, and I don't think that's something you can take for granted. And food and drink, I think, is really exciting area for all.